Okay, so the easiest way to edit pretty much anything on the site, once you're logged in, you're going to click on the name of the site up here, which will toggle you back and forth from the front end to the back end. So now we're on the front end of the site. I can tell I'm logged in because I have this black admin bar at the top, okay? So now let's say we were going to go make a random change. Doesn't really matter. Let's say we wanted to change some text or something on this page. We're going to navigate to the page or event or whatever that we want to edit. And then notice there are two good options here. So there's edit page, that is the generic WordPress editor. And then there's edit with Elementor. Pretty much every time you can, you want to click on edit with Elementor. So Elementor is a very fancy paid page builder, and most of the pages are built in it. If you go to WordPress and you've worked on the page before in Elementor, which pretty much every page has been worked on with Elementor, there's just a big blue button. So I'm actually going to click on the wrong one to show you what that would look like. So I'm going to click on edit page, and then it just has a big blue button that says edit with Elementor. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Okay, so Elementor is a WYSIWYG, stands for what you see is what you get, which means that you can actually see the page as it's going to look while you're editing it. I'm not going to go over everything here, but when you click on an individual item, this left bar over here becomes your editor. So it becomes, so you are essentially editing that particular item over here. It doesn't really matter what it is. So that's true of text, it's true of a button, anything like that. Notice this little map over here, the navigator, it shows me where I am on the page. It just kind of helps me keep track of things. If you don't see that when you're logged in, click on this little it's like 3 blocks right on top of each other on the top left of the screen. And that turns on your navigator. With anything that you're editing, like for instance, this button, you generally have 3 tabs. So the first one is content. This is the most basic and the one you're usually going to be dealing with. So it's like, what's the name of or what do you want the text on the button to say? And then what's the link it's going to go to? The second one is the style tab. Should make sense. It's generally going to be what it's going to look like. Okay. Anytime you're doing colors and or typographies for anything, you could just click on the pencil and change things very individually, but instead, what we want you to do is actually click on this little globe. And these are the styles that are already set for your site. So for instance, on the colors, I could just click on the color and change it via hex code here, pick any color I want. But for the most part, unless you're like trying to get a very specific color for, a third party logo or something like that, you want to choose from the global colors by choosing the little globe icon and then choose one of the ones that already exists. And again, that is true for the typography as well. Okay, so these are the ones that are already set up. I think that's probably good enough to get you started. Actually, let me show you one thing so you feel a little bit fearless while you're working on it, or 2 things. So first of all, once I've made some changes, before I publish my changes, I can click on this little eyeball and it will open a new tab with a preview of the changes that I have made. Okay. Additionally, let's say I changed a bunch of things and I don't really remember what I did, but I don't like them and I want to go back. If you click on this little E on the left-hand top left and go to history, this will show you every action that you've taken since you opened the editor this time around. So just today, and you can go back and forth in time in here. So that can make you can be really fearless because you can always kind of go back. Additionally, that's the actions tab. The second tab is revisions. So this is all the time historically that different revisions to this page have been made and then saved. So I could go back in time to apparently the last time it was edited, which was 7 months ago. I wouldn't want to do that, but I could do that. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Bug me with any questions you have.